crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, take me now, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on, come on.
You possess and the way in
Congratulations to you, the class of 2020. Your graduation is a milestone representative of your academic achievements. The impact you make on improving the health of others in the future represents and validates the bedrock educational mission of UAMS. Your studies and your experiences prepare you for what lies ahead for you, and we are so proud of you. Thank you to the Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for organizing this tribute to you. This class is diverse, and not just because you represent 5 colleges, a graduate school, and more than 70 programs. Your membership consists of a variety of races, ethnicities, and beliefs. Some of you worship on Fridays, some of you worship on Saturdays, some of you worship on Sundays, some of you don't worship at all. Each of you is also unique in the talents and abilities you possess and the way in which you approach problems in life. UAMS employees and students represent 89 different countries. That is a huge benefit to our university. Our differences don't separate us, but rather make us better as a whole. They also assist us in being more respectful of the differences of the people we serve from around the state and around the world. Likewise, your differences benefit you as you embark on your careers. Just as I hope you have learned from your professors at UAMS, you have no doubt learned from each other. We have certainly learned from you. This class is a microcosm of the bigger, diverse world in which you will be working. The world is changing, and healthcare won't look the same 10 months from now, much less 10 years from now. The future of healthcare is in your hands. We are counting on you.
Thank you, Dr. Patrick. Remarks. Welcome, UAMS class of 2020. Distinguished faculty, guests, families, and friends. We're so excited you're here. I'm Dr. Gloria Richard Davis, Executive Director for the Division for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Class of 2020, you did it. You deserve to clap, give yourselves a round of applause. We're so proud of all of you and all you have accomplished. We could not let you walk away without marking this monumental occasion with a celebration. COVID-19 has disrupted our traditional ways of celebrating, but it has not and will not stop us from celebrating you. We have to be more innovative, more creative, and that's exactly what we're doing with this virtual celebration for you. Just know everyone is here for you. We have an all-star lineup of our distinguished leadership and guests from around the country here to wish you the best that life can offer. As Oprah would say, you are about to start your best life. I hope our technology cooperates and we get through this seamlessly. If not, bear with us. We are all new at this. We're building the plane as we go. So know that our heart is in this and it's all done with love for you. And now I would like to introduce our provost, Dr. Stephanie Gardner. She is our provost and chief academic officer at UMS. She provides leadership to coordinate academic programs in partnership with the deans and other campus officials. They promote an environment of academic excellence and enriches our campus intellectual environment. The provost also leads the strategic planning efforts for the academic enterprise and really works directly with our chancellor, Cam Patterson, to develop and implement campus initiatives. And without further ado, Dr. Garner.
Thank you, Dr. Richard Davis. This is what would have been my 28th graduation at UAMS. And I would have said just a few months ago that nothing at graduation would surprise me because I've seen it all. But I will say this has certainly been a surprising year and certainly an unusual celebration. Nevertheless, I am so pleased to be able to be part of tonight's virtual celebration and to add my congratulations to all of our graduates. I do want to thank the division for organizing this first ever event to recognize graduates from minority and underrepresented backgrounds. Years ago, when UAMS adopted diversity alongside health equity as an institutional core value, it reflected our intention and our aspiration. Our intention every day across our clinical, academic, and research activities is to hear all voices and to welcome all contributions toward our statewide healthcare mission. In many ways, the value of diversity and inclusion is like the philosophy behind interprofessional healthcare. We believe that the most effective care is delivered by a diverse team of health professionals working seamlessly and valuing the unique skills that each person contributes to the team. As we aspire together to reduce health disparities, we will need a diverse community of health professionals that reflects our population. Dr. Martin Luther King said, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And I think tonight we're celebrating the fact that you have taken many steps when you couldn't see the whole staircase, perhaps. But now you have an opportunity to take those next steps, and you are going to have great opportunities ahead of you. We congratulate you on the accomplishments that brought you to this point. Our state's community of healthcare professionals is now even more diverse and inclusive, with you as some of its newest members, and we are counting on you. We are excited about your future, and we thank you for letting us be part of your studies and your coursework through the way. Now it's my pleasure to be able to introduce a message from Dr. Joycelyn Elders. Many of you know her. She is a 1960 graduate of what is today the UAMS College of Medicine. Dr. Elders served as the director of the Arkansas Department of Health for 6 years before she was appointed as the nation's 15th Surgeon General by President Bill Clinton, and she served in that role from 1993 to 1994. She was the first African American, the second woman, and the first Arkansan appointed to that post. She is a UAMS Emeritus Professor of Pediatrics and a Distinguished Professor of Public Health, and the namesake of the M. Joycelyn Elders Chair of Health Promotion and Disease Prevention in our College of Public Health. And now Dr. Elders has a special message for all of you.
Congratulations to the 2020 graduating classes from the University of Arkansas Medical Center. I appreciate. Congratulations to the 2020 graduating classes from the University of Arkansas Medical Center. I appreciate all the work that you put in to be where you are and to be there getting your graduate degree today. You've learned a lot from your many teachers, friends, family, and neighbors. We hope you leave with a lot. We want you to leave with a voice in your ear so you can hear us long after you're gone. A vision in your eye that'll extend much further than you can see. A scroll in your hand as a result of the good education you received here at the university. And a song in your hearts to deal with the many crises you'll have to deal with during your life. One of the crises you're having to deal with is your graduation. This COVID virus has made your graduation different than you ever looked forward to or expected it to be, or any the rest of us. But you will be dealing with crisis for the rest of your life. And this is the first one. This virus has changed how the world is dealing with the problem. It shifted the world paradigm. And this is just one of the shifts you have to make. This virus is pandemic. It's spread over the whole world. And we will have to learn to deal with pandemic crisis. And we will have to learn to deal with those. We may not dealt with them much before, but we must deal with them now. Healthcare will be different and has been different. We have a lot of healthcare disparities, inequities, inequalities, social determinants of health that's been going on in our country and in other countries. But you need to know that these were not caused by the virus. The virus is just uncovering and exposing for the world to see some of the problems that we've had. And you will be responsible for learning to deal with all of those. And I hope you do, and I congratulate you for doing that. You'll have to deal with problems such as poverty, racism, sexism, classism, and other social determinants, but you'll learn to deal with those. You'll need to use multiple strategies, as will all the rest of us, our administrators, our politicians, our community leaders, the whole world will have to deal with all of these inequities, and we must learn to deal with them if we are ever going to conquer this virus. We can't let this virus conquer us. We've got to address those social inequities. We've got to learn to deal with the 4 R's. Things like respect, rights, responsibilities, rewards. We need to take actions that are impossible or possible for all humans to take if we want to live and survive in this world. These responsibilities, the 3 R's are, we've got to learn to make sure that we as humans, you'll have to learn to deal with success. We have to have that to survive. We've got to learn to deal with security. We've got to be secure. And last but not least, we must deal with the social significances. In the bill, we all must feel significant to make a real difference. So as we think of the crisis that we're coming to deal with, we've got to think of what's our role and responsibilities. What rights do we owe others? We've got to take every opportunity we get if we want to conquer this virus. We can't conquer it with isolationism. We must conquer it with information and dealing with the problems. We've got to take every opportunity we get to make sure we become real leaders in this world. Leaders who will learn to listen, learn, so we can lead and make a difference. Last but not least, we've got to educate and empower ourselves in the world. We know that we're much better together. And we must take this crisis that we have before us and take it as an opportunity, use it as an opportunity to make a difference. So as you graduates move to go out in this world to make a difference in the world, I hope that you will keep your eye on the prize. Make sure that you do what you need to do to make a difference, and look forward to everything you can to make a difference in the world.
I think Dr. Gibbons is having some challenges getting on, but what an incredible message from Dr. Joycelyn Elders. She never fails to deliver the essence of what we really should be doing as healthcare providers. And we certainly thank her for taking the time to make this video and deliver that very personal message to you. In lieu of Dr. Gittens, we're going to go ahead and cue up Dr. Macias's video. Dr. Eric Macias is our Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs, and he is a professor in the Department of Psychiatry. And he took the opportunity to videotape his very personal message to this class. Dr. Macias.
Greetings to all. I am Eric Macias. I'm a professor of psychiatry. I want to congratulate all students graduating, and I have a special message to the Hispanic and Latino students. Estimados estudiantes y ahora colegas, soy el decano asociado de los profesores de la Facultad de Medicina y soy uno de los profesores latinos en UAMS. Estoy encantado en felicitarlos por sus logros y darles la bienvenida a esta profesión del cuidado de la salud. Recuerden que este logro es un logro compartido de muchos miembros de sus familias y sus comunidades que les apoyaron a lo largo de este camino. Espero que tengan esto en mente a medida que avancen sus carreras durante el cuidado de los pacientes, las comunidades y ustedes mismos. Nosotros estamos muy orgullosos de usted. We are very proud of you all. Congratulations.
Dr. Gittens, are you on? Still not. He said he was going to call in. So hopefully our Vice Chancellor for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion will be on shortly. As we said, we were hoping technology would work with us today. We're having a few challenges. The next three speakers are not just my friends and colleagues, but really luminaries in the area of healthcare. The first is Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice, who is a very close personal friend of mine. She's president and dean of Morehouse School of Medicine. Valerie is a reproductive endocrinologist. She assumed the role of the first woman leading a freestanding medical institution in 2011. She's a Georgia native, and so she returned to her state to give back. She completed her bachelor's degree in chemistry from Georgia Tech and earned her medical degree from Harvard Medical School. She did residency in OBGYN at Emory, and then her fellowship in reproductive endocrinology at Wayne State in Detroit. Second speaker is Dr. James Hildreth. James is the current, well, he's actually the 12th president of Meharry Medical College. He is a Camden native. He assumed the role of presidency in 2015. And what's impressive about James is not only is he a Harvard undergrad, but he was selected as the first African-American Rhodes Scholar from Arkansas. So he attended Oxford. He graduated from Harvard with magna cum laude in chemistry. He enrolled in Oxford and graduated with a PhD in immunology. Our third speaker in this series is Mr. Daniel Dawes. And Daniel is the director of the Satcher Health Institute on Leadership. And he received his JD from University of Nebraska. He is one of the leading experts looking at health disparity with a political lens. So he recently published a book called the political determinants of health. And so here are the three speakers. Next.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We at Morehouse School of Medicine say welcome to the profession of making a difference. Some of you will get an MD degree, some a master's degree, some a PhD, some a PA degree. Whatever your degree is, know that we are so excited about how you are going to contribute to leading the creation and advancement of health equity. How do we know this? Because you're receiving your degree from the University of Arkansas Medical Center, and we know their commitment to changing the world. So again, congratulations to you, and we welcome you to our wonderful profession of caring.
I know that the graduates of Marion Medical College have felt as though life has dealt them an unfair hand this year. They've worked very hard, looking forward to this graduation, to walking across the stage and celebrating with family and friends. But perhaps this is actually a test. It's a time for all of us to look around ourselves and evaluate what's really important. What do we really treasure? What are we really made of? We have to learn to see adversity as an opportunity, uncertainty as a challenge. During those chapters, we learn as much about ourselves as we do about whatever solutions we're able to achieve. Those lessons serve us well not only during this pandemic, but for the rest of our professional careers and personal lives. I know that a great many of our colleagues in the pandemic hot zones, like New York, have learned more about their own perseverance and grit than they ever wanted to find out. But at the end of this time, they will know the stuff they are made of and will walk tall knowing that they've been tried in the fire. And that's the lessons our graduates will take with them. The coronavirus has dealt them great inconveniences and lost moments, but they'll learn to persevere and face the next challenge head on. When our graduates walk into their residencies or laboratories, they can confidently look at those around them and say with assertiveness, "I'm ready. What's next?"
Warmest congratulations to the class of 2020 for reaching this remarkable milestone. And congratulations to your friends and family, your mentors and your colleagues who have been with you each and every step of the way to help you achieve this dream. Former President Barack Obama often talks about how we are all part of the great American story and how each of us has a chapter in this book. Class of 2020, you have already started writing your chapter. Your charge today is, as you move forward into the next phase of your life, how do you ensure that you have made a lasting and meaningful contribution? Will your contribution be lasting and meaningful, like that of Dr. Thomas Bond, who worked closely with Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin to establish America's first hospitals and to promulgate health equity policies that would benefit all groups? Or will it be like that of Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler, the first Black female physician in American history, who spent decades or in her entire life advocating for those for whom healthcare was not only out of reach, but out of sight? I want to encourage you as you move forward into your health careers that you remember to take an equity lens to all that is before you. I want to ask you to ensure that you continue and commit yourselves to tackling the drivers of health inequities in many communities across the country. And I hope that you will continue to aspire to be leaders in this health equity movement, pushing our nation to achieving a more healthy, equitable, and inclusive society. Congratulations again. I look forward to working with you in the future.
I'd like to thank our three speakers for taking the time to really give some very thoughtful messages to our graduates. And I hope that our graduates appreciate these very busy professionals giving of their time for you. Dr. Gittens, are you on?
I am. Good evening, everyone. I guess you're not speaking back to me, but my apologies.
No.
Thank you. My apologies for not being able to join you via video and phone. I got all dressed up and everything. You should see me. I have my regalia on, my cap and everything, but I guess we got to miss it this evening. Technology is a beautiful thing when it works. I want to go back to Dr. Elder's comments earlier. They were profound. I was actually moved by that, especially as she's talked about our finding a sense of meaning and a sense of purpose. As future leaders, your charge is to create a world where there's a shared sense of purpose. Purpose is that feeling that you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You're connected, you belong, you're needed, you're wanted. Purpose is what creates true happiness. We create purpose by supporting and empowering the voices of all the members of our community and nurture the courage and humility that our commitment to open discourse demands. We create purpose by intentionally celebrating our differences and embracing them with open hearts and open minds. Finally, we create purpose through our own humility and vulnerability that allows us to be empathetic and discharge the duties in a thoughtful and compassionate manner that affirms our shared humility. This is a charge that I have for you today. This is what I want you to do. I want you to live in your purpose and boldly help others create purpose in their own lives. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you, Dr. Gibbs. That was great. Our keynote speaker this evening is Dr. Lanita White, who probably needs no introduction to most of you. Lanita is the president of the Arkansas Medical, Dental, and Pharmacy Association. AMDPA was founded in 1893, a group of African-American professionals that culminated their efforts to create an organization that has lasted through these decades. Dr. White is a graduate of Xavier University College of Pharmacy. In 2006, she completed her pharmacy practice residency at Central Arkansas Veterans Health System. She joined UAMS's faculty and has served in numerous leadership roles since then. But I take personal pleasure in introducing her because she is my kindred spirit. We're both from Louisiana. Dr. White.
Thank you, Dr. Rashard Davis, for that introduction. I appreciate it. All righty here. I just had a technical issue, so bear with me 1 second. There we go. Good evening, everybody. So I just want to start by saying a couple of things. First, I'll say congratulations. So proud of you. You did it. The years have flown by. Where are you going? Residency, fellowship, postdoc, coronavirus, or is it COVID-19? Screening versus testing, social distancing, PPE, contact tracing, Facebook Live, Zoom calendar. What's a Zoom? Virtual. Your graduation is what? And so while there are familiar expressions we hear during this most unusual time we're living in, there are some very new expressions that 2020 has brought us and that have now become a part of our everyday conversations. As I finally took time to shift from crisis management mode to pandemic living mode earlier this month, I reflected on our new normal, how long this may actually last, and what the new normal really is going to look like moving forward. While I certainly don't have the answer to these questions, here are a few things that I do know. You are entering practice at a crucial time in our state, our nation, and our world. You are now a part of a small subset of the population who has the knowledge, skills, and ability to heal and give hope. You are now leaders. You will be called on by family, friends, patients, strangers even, to share that thing that you have that others need. Share your knowledge freely. All of you can name a person or maybe even several along this journey that have helped you, listened to you, and mentored you. Invest in someone else freely. You have been supported in various ways by this institution, your respective colleges, your faculty, and various organizations. Give back and support to others freely. Your life and your careers will be a journey. There will be disappointments, setbacks, things you didn't see coming. Hello, COVID-19. Victories, triumphs, accomplishments, and recognition. You will have to reset and readjust. That is a part of life. This journey has many twists and turns. You will have days that you come home with an overwhelming sense of defeat, and you'll have days that you come home feeling like a superhero. These moments, good and bad, will be defined by how you respond to them. In disappointments and setbacks, you must remember and hold on to why you chose this field and what you truly love about it. In triumphs and victories, you must hold on to that to help you to propel to become even better and guide you and reinforce your commitment to excellence in your profession. Luck, success, and fortune. Many, from the Roman philosopher Lucius Seneca to Zig Ziglar to Oprah to even a very good friend of mine, have talked about either luck, success, or fortune happening when preparation meets opportunity. The common thread, though, is preparation. What does that even mean? It basically means you are prepared to do something when you're given the opportunity to do that something. We can consider that luck, success, or fortune. You have been well prepared for your next phase, but now the responsibility is on you to continue to prepare. You must commit to always ask questions and seek to learn. Always look for the next opportunity to become a better version of yourself personally and professionally. On behalf of the Arkansas Medical, Dental, and Pharmaceutical Association, I wish you luck, success, and/or fortune. May you be prepared when the opportunity comes around the corner, because it will. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. White. That was phenomenal. The message, to the heart, right? I'd like to ask you to provide your speech so that we can provide graduates, because I would like them to have the opportunity to reflect those words as they go forth, because they will have even more meaning in the future. So the next speaker probably needs no introduction. She is one of our local anchor for Fox 16. Donna Terrell is always willing to chime in and lend her name to any great cause. And so I love her. She's my friend, and here's Donna.
Hi, everybody. Donna Terrell from Fox 16 News here to say congratulations to all of you. What an incredible milestone you have reached. Who knew, though, that we would be doing all of this virtually? Who knew we'd be in the middle of a pandemic? And I know when you made the decision, when you selected your chosen fields, you didn't expect this. None of us did. But we appreciate the fact that you have come this far. This is a very interesting time, to say the least, for all of us. I want to tell you a little story and tell you why I think what you're doing is more important now than ever. 11 years ago, my daughter died from colon cancer. It was a prolonged illness. It went on for years. She was my only child. And certainly we went through some very, very difficult times. She was hospitalized so many times, but each time when we were in the trenches trying to get through it, the people who really made a difference, the people who definitely made a difference were the doctors and nurses and all the other people in the medical fields, even the pharmacists, when we would go and pick up our prescriptions and try to figure out, okay, what do we do now? They always seem to have an answer and words of comfort. So that's what you're facing now. Yeah, you'll be dealing with COVID-19, but there are so many other illnesses out there that you'll also tackle. And It's nice to know that there are dedicated, smart, and willing people who will go out there and do this. We here at Fox 16, we've been recognizing people who are on the front lines and calling them heroes, which you are. But I know at the end of the day, you go home to your families, your friends, your own communities, and you wonder and you hope that you're okay so that you can go back another day and fight this fight. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for all that you do and really making a difference. And once again, I commend you. I congratulate you. This is the beginning of something incredible. And one of these days, you'll be able to tell people the story of COVID-19 and beyond. Thank you for all that you do. God bless you.
We'd like to share with you a highlight of our graduating class of 2020. Bear with us, we're having a few technical glitches, looks like from Amber's face. I promise you'll love it.
Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon, I could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go, bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, take now, bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel
Again, congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. That was all for you. Hopefully we highlighted all of your names. If we, by any chance, omitted someone, please, as they say, charge it to our heads and not our hearts. The next speakers are from our national health care organizations. The three organizations that have been at the helm of really sharply and keenly focused on health disparity and bringing health equity to our vulnerable communities across the country. They have been at this for decades. The National Medical Association was founded in 1895, has over 30,000 African-American physicians. The running joke is AMDPA was founded 2 years before NMA. And the National Pharmacy Association was founded in 1947. The National Black Nurses Association, founded in 1950. So I would encourage each of you to please become a member of these organizations because they really are the backbone. They're the voice of healthcare professionals across the US. We were unable to get a video of the president of the National Hispanic Medical Association, but they also are carrying the same mission, the same messaging. And so without any further delay, we're going to go ahead and send you their message. National Medical Association, Dr. Leon McDougall visited us in March, which you will hear. Dr. Lakeisha Butler is president of the National Pharmacy Association, and Dr. Martha Dawson, who is president of the Black Nurses Association.
Greetings. My name is Dr. Lakeisha Butler, and I am the president of the National Pharmaceutical Association. It brings me great pleasure to offer congratulations to all of you graduates of healthcare professional programs, and especially pharmacy graduates. I remember the day that I graduated from pharmacy school, which was 15 years ago, and I remember feeling scared and excited, which is a term my daughter calls skited. And that's okay. You have been well equipped with the knowledge and experiences to go forth and be great. I encourage you to never stop growing and developing, both professionally and personally. Remember that you chose a profession that serves those in need. We need you more than ever to step up and push the profession forward while impacting those patients and communities in need. I look forward to hearing about all the great things that you will accomplish. Welcome to the profession. I wish you much success. Congratulations.
Congratulations, UAMS class of 2020. I so much enjoyed visiting your campus in February and meeting your leadership and some students along with faculty and staff. I also greatly appreciated becoming a Arkansas traveler. So wonderful. So I've been asked to provide some brief words of wisdom. I would really want to emphasize and share with you what's been critical and really important of my career advancement. And I would say join your national professional organization. The National Medical Association for me has really served as a focus of source of inspiration. I developed a network of national mentors. So I know people talk about all the time the value of mentorship, and that is true. You will come to forks in the road in regards to your career and have to make some decisions that may involve moving across the country or either staying at your particular institution. Having a national network of mentors that you develop through belonging in such national health professional organizations, that has really been critical for me. And as you may know now, I'm president-elect of the National Medical Association, and having the opportunity to serve as a collective voice for congratulations. And you have right there in Arkansas a wonderful chapter of the National Medical Association with President Lynette White. So that would be my recommendation. And again, congratulations. And I want to say go Bucks, but I can't say go Bucks because that is a Ohio State calling. So the Razorback, yes, go Razorbacks.
Greetings and congratulations. My name is Dr. Martha Ann Dawson, the 13th president of the National Black Nurses Association, leading 114 chapters in 35 states and over 3,000 members. It is an honor, and I welcome you to the world of healthcare, the largest business in the United States. Today is your day, and we celebrate you. We thank your parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, and friends for supporting your journey to become a healthcare professional. We and the world need you more than ever. The world may appear to be in a state of panic, fear, and chaos. However, I'm reminded that at the edge of chaos, that is when we become the most creative and innovative. Solutions to a better healthcare system is in your hands. As I reflect on the early 80s, during the AIDS and HIV epidemic in the United States, yes, there was fear. However, I am reminded of all the advances made in the space of quality and safety, such as safe needles, hand washing gel, better personal protective equipment, and many of the OSHA guidelines that we're using today emerged during that period. In 2002, as a young administrator, I was a contributing author to the drive-through flu shot, a manual-owned mask immunization, a process that was adopted by the CDC. It is the model that we're using today during mass testing for the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, I encourage each of you to embrace your new reality, live your legacy, define your destiny, and create a healthier world for mankind. Again, congratulations. And I know we're in good hands. You got this. You are the class of 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic. You are our future, and we are dependent on you, and you can depend on us. So God bless you and enjoy this special occasion.
Best wishes to the graduates of the class of 2020. You, like many of your cohort nationally, have been out of the direct patient care role for the past several weeks because of COVID. Yet, you are about to step into a far more challenging endeavor full on in the ensuing weeks. With so much uncertainty about the nature of this viral illness and risk to loved ones and yourself, the idea of the physician's role in the social contract is being tested in clinical settings everywhere. Education in the time of COVID is being tested for creativity as we strive to understand how to teach all the things we felt were essential prior to COVID's onslaught, yet manage to care for an increasing number of patients stricken with the virus. However disruptive COVID has been to our educational mission, we have also observed how its initial impact has disproportionately had a devastating impact on the minority communities. Many thought leaders predicted that COVID would have a disparate impact there because the risk factors associated with worsened COVID outcomes were precisely those that plague our community. They were right. By the time demographically stratified data on incidence and mortality for COVID by district were finally released, hotspots like Michigan and Chicago had already shown their grim statistics on the impact of the disease in Black and Latinx communities. Many speculated as to why there were differences. Several popular theories invoked non-existent inherent biological differences between individuals of different races as a cause. Such tactics have been used in the history of this country since its inception for other racist explications used to justify mistreatment of marginalized groups, such as the enslaved. It is set in the groundwork, and it has set the groundwork for the empathy gap that persists to this day. Others have more reasonably related the disproportion of COVID deaths to the underlying racial and ethnic health disparities that already existed in America and the increasingly recognized social determinants of health. Inequity in economic and vocational roles in society, education and housing inequity, food and transportation deserts, safety concerns, and a host of other factors. The concept of how stress impacts health developed in the pediatric literature as adverse childhood events and in other disciplines as trauma-informed care, and they link the stressors in everyday life to the poorer health outcomes we observe. The concept of weathering was invoked in a perspective piece contributed last week to the New England Journal of Medicine. It cautions us not to fall into the trap of accepting a rationale without considering the broader context. However, as you celebrate the culmination of your initial training in medicine and embark upon your own paths in GME, I'm reminded of the wisdom of one of my favorite poets, Ogden Nash. He was known for short, pithy poems that had great insight. I think this one is well suited to the occasion and is entitled Old Dr. Valentine to His Son. It's 4 lines. Your hopeless patients will live. Your healthy patients will die. I have only this word to give: wonder, and find out why. Maintain that sense of wonderment that drove many of you into your love of the sciences, physical, biological, and social. Apply a humanistic lens to all that you do that's appreciative of difference and embraces inclusivity. Ask deep, reflective questions of yourself about the things you accept daily as true. Find out why. I suspect a number of you here today will contribute meaningfully to the discovery of solutions that will counteract the pandemic. And whether it's in a laboratory or with a family, in an ICU or in a clinic, in all the work you do, please do your best to serve and uplift your community. Always bring along the next generation, break down the empathy gaps, and always, but always, strive to do the very best for all patients. Thank you. This is Bill McDade from the ACGME.
Again, thank you to the speakers for their unwavering support and their dedication to really pushing the boundaries of healthcare equity. I want to end by saying congratulations to all of our amazing UAMS graduates, class of 2020. And thank you, family, friends, faculty, for participating in our first ever virtual celebration. I'm hoping our last virtual celebration, that we can return to some type of normalcy. All of these videos really will be available to you on our DDEI YouTube channel at no cost. It's not $19.95 or anything, okay? It is free. And we hope that you take the opportunity to review them, because there are some amazing messages, very powerful messages that have been shared with you that we hope will help to guide you in the future, that will be your moral compass, that will help to inspire you in times when it will get trying. And know that we've all been there, but better days are ahead. We will get through this pandemic, and we will be better and brighter on the other side of this. So keep your eyes and your hearts open and go forth and see Vision 2020. Before you leave, I want to acknowledge our production crew, because they have done an amazing job. Amber Booth McCoy, Kim Blaine Anderson, and I don't think Katrina Duprins is on, but Katrina is with marketing and PR, and she has been an amazing help to us through all of this. I also want to recognize our DDEI staff, Andrea Roy. I don't know if Andrea's on. She is our administrator and keeps us all in line. Odette Woods, Nick Pettis, and Muriel Garcia. And of course, our esteemed leadership under the direction of Vice Chancellor Brian Gittens. Brian, did you figure out how to work the video?
No, I have not. But I am still here with you all.
Okay.
And then on Facebook Live with everybody else. But really, great job, team. Great job.
And the last treasure we have for you is a special guest. She is a former patient of mine who is dear to my heart. She, in my farewell from Meharry, played a tribute, which was amazing. And she posted a Mother's Day song on Facebook that I saw recently. And so I have asked Shay Edwards to play for you as we break into our different rooms. Shay is actually an educator, but she's going to share with you her real talent. She's amazing. Shay?